Hello students, welcome you all with the video lecture series of Artificial Intelligence. Today we are going to cover up with the introduction of Artificial Intelligence. I am Professor Bhumin Mandalia. Welcome you all with the video lecture series of Artificial Intelligence. Let us start with the outlines of Artificial Intelligence subject. So what we are going to cover up today, the first topic, that is what is Artificial Intelligence, and second topic is AI problems. That means first of all we are going to see that what can be the artificial intelligence. That means why we are studying this subject and why this subject is there as a part of curriculum of our syllabus. So artificial intelligence is the way to make computers do the things which at moment human do better. For example, let us say if we are having one robot in front of us as an opponent and playing chess game, then we will have the tough fight. See, now the same chess can be played better by human being. So robot is there in form of opponent and we people are playing chess in front of robot. So we know that robot is not intelligence than us. Okay, we are providing intelligence to robot. So what I want to say to you people, that the same thing can be done better by human being, but then also as an opponent we will have robot. Okay, so that robot is not a real thing. Okay, that robot is not having any type of life. Robot will only work till until and until that we are providing them training and testing phase. So what we want to say, that robot will be there in front of opponent and that robot will give us a tough fight. Now see, in artificial intelligence we will not be limited up to the extent so that there will be a one player game and as a second player computer will play the game. Okay, in this case we will have a real chessboard and in that real chessboard that robot will play the game. Likewise, one second example, that for example let's say Google is there, then Google is going to understand whatever interest we will have. For example, let's say if I am searching about cricket, then Google will frequently give me the news regarding to cricket. Okay, so what we want to say, that Google is going to analyze my interest and according to that Google will answer me all the outputs. Okay, likewise YouTube is there, right? So if copyright is there, then YouTube is going to eliminate that video accordingly. So all these things are not being done by any human being. All these things are being done by a system, and that system is called as my artificial intelligence system. Right. Now next topic that we are going to begin with, that is AI problems. See, in AI problems we are having the problems which cannot be solved by normal computer system or normal programming language. For example, let's say if we are having a sentence, then in that sentence if we are given to count number of vowels and number of consonants, then it is a very much easy task. Okay, so that can be easily solved using normal programming language. Now we are having the first problem, that is game playing and theorem proving. In game playing and theorem proving, see, we all know that chess is one of the intelligent game, and that intelligent game describes so much intelligence, right? So that is not possible to have all the circumstances to provide all the situations using normal programming language. That is why we can say this game playing is a part of artificial intelligence only and it cannot be solved using normal programming language. Now theorem proving. So see, in theorem proving we are having so many axioms, so many statements. Okay, so according to those axioms and statements we will have to prove the theorem. So for numerical calculation of mathematics, for theorem proving, normal programming language will be sufficient only up to some extent. But after that we have to train the machine and then and only then it will be able to answer us. For example, if we are talking about the lion of circus, then that lion of circus will not be able to work until and unless we train it. Okay. For example, one pet dog is there, then it will not be able to work until and unless it will be trained. So training and testing phase is very much important in case of artificial intelligence. So this is the problem which cannot be solved using normal programming language. Now next problem, See, we are having the example that is a robot which is playing the chess. Okay, robot is also playing the Sudoku. Robot can be played using this tic-tac-toe. So this can be done only and only using artificial intelligence because robot is not a real one. Okay, it is an artificial thing. Now next thing is common sense reasoning. Common sense reasoning, we all know that common sense is not so common. See, we all know that, for example, one thing is there in my hand, then definitely it will lie. Okay, if I am going to leave it, then definitely it will fall down. So these all things are there in form of common sense. Common sense is there only and only with human being, but it is not with the robot, or we can say any type of machine. So common sense reasoning cannot be solved using the normal programming language. For example, let's say one comprehension I am given. So from that comprehension, one statement is given. Let's say the emperor won that battle, and in my question it is asked that which king won that battle. So king and emperor are equal, that we know, but that is not with that machine. Okay, so that common sense is not so common, right? Now we are having one another example. See, the example is, let's say Marcus was a man. Okay, this type of assertion we are given. From this assertion we want to prove something, that Marcus was a person. The fact that we have reached that Marcus was a person, now we know that man and person both are equal. Okay, each and every man can also be called as a person. Okay, so the man can also be interpreted as a person is a common sense, but that common sense will be there with human being, but it will not be there with machine. Okay, so what I want to say to you people, that this type of common sense reasoning can also be a problem without artificial intelligence, and with artificial intelligence this type of problems can be easily solved, right? Now the third one is vision and speech. See, vision and speech, let's say, see, if I am going to say okay Google, then in okay Google, Google will automatically pop up whatever I am going to speak, that will be converted into text into Google, and Google is going to provide answer accordingly. Likewise, if I want to say for robot that how it will be interpreted, then robot must understand my vision and speech. Okay, robot must be trained regarding to vision and speech. So whatever I am going to speak, that will be interpreted by robot. Okay, so that is robot is going to interpret my words, and it is going to behave accordingly, right? Now see, next we are going to cover up that these problems are going to arise some of the categories, and these categories are like AI task. See, that means using these means these are the problems, and these problems are categorized under some task. Okay. See, I want to tell to you people that the problems which are arised without AI are called as AI problems. That means these problems cannot be solved using normal programming language, but it can be solved using artificial intelligence. So see the categories that we are going to cover up. The first category, that is mundane task. Mundane task, that means a routine task. That means in routine in daily life which type of problems we may face, and those problems can be solved using artificial intelligence. So the first task is vision and speech. Vision and speech, that means, for example, let's say whatever we are going to speak, that will be converted into text in the machine. For example, okay Google is there. Next category for these, see, next category for these is natural language. For natural language we are having understanding, generation and translation. So in artificial intelligence, English will be treated as a natural language. So for having the translation from speech to text, we must understand first of all, machine must generate that natural language statement that we have spoken, and that must be translated into a result, that means our output. Okay, so in natural language we are having these three categories. So these are the problems, or we can say this is the category regarding to daily life. In daily life we are having mundane task. In mundane task we are having perception, natural language and common sense reasoning. in common sense reasoning, that means, for example, if I am going to lift something, then definitely it will fall down. Now that I know, but that will not be the case with machine. As I told to you people earlier that Marcus was a man and Marcus was a person, both are the same statements, equivalent statement. But those equivalent statement cannot be treated equivalent with machine, because machine must be trained. Okay, because human being is an intelligent person, but machine is an artificial intelligent, because intelligence is provided by human being. It is not by born, it is not given by God. Okay, now next category is formal task. In formal task we are having games. Let's say chess is there, tic tac toe is there. These are the tasks which are provided, which can be fulfilled by artificial intelligence only. Let us have the figure for this. In this figure, see, human being is there and that human being is playing tic tac toe with a robot. So if some person is not there to have the tough fight, then robot is going to provide tough fight for that. Okay, and robot must be intelligent so that it will be able to provide tough fight to human being, right? So here we are not going to be limited with the extent that in one player the person is playing chess and the in other player computer is going to play the chess, or we can say tic tac toe. Here we are having the real tic tac toe board, and in that real tic tac toe board robot is going to play that tic tac toe problem. Next is maths, that means geometry, logic and calculus. So all these things, that means numericals, will also be solved using this robot. Okay, in so many applications in mathematics, robot can be used to solve the numericals. So we can say after some of the years of extent, robot will be a part of everyone's daily life, right? That means robot will perform so many activities. So in this case, robot is playing this. Robot is going to solve this numerical. So in mathematics also it can be used. Now this third task is expert task. See, in expert task we are having engineering, that means design and fault finding. Second is medical diagnosis. See, in medical diagnosis we are having the doctor, and doctor is having one system. That system is called as expert system. So once doctor is going to enter all the symptoms that patient is having, okay, so according to all those symptoms, doctor will be able to say that this particular person is suffering from this disease, right? So that is called as medical diagnosis. In medical diagnosis system we can have so many things, so many symptoms are there. For example, blood pressure is there, diabetes is there, heartbeat is there. Okay, so according to all these things, some vitamin deficiency may be there. So according to all these things, it will be able to provide the result regarding to some disease. Okay, next, in financial analysis. See, in financial analysis, for example, one person is claiming to have some loan. So let's say how we will be able to identify that that person is a trustworthy person to provide loan or not. That person may not be like a defaulter. Okay, how that will be able to analyze? So in that case we are going to analyze its credit rating, we are going to analyze its current income, we will have its income tax statement. So according to all these things, machine will be able to identify that this person should be awarded a loan or not. Okay, so that is a part of financial analysis, right? So in financial analysis we will be able to analyze the behavior of person, the credit ratings of person, and regarding to that we will be able to identify that that person should be awarded loan or not. Okay, and one more thing, for example, let's say if we will have some investment planning, then that investment planning must be given with some specific criteria. For example, let's say mutual fund is there, ppf is there, pef is there. So from all these options, which option will be the correct option? So that is given according to interest rate, according to the limit, according to the tax benefits. So all these criteria must be considered. See, since we are having so many criteria for these, that is why we can say normal computer system or programming language will not be sufficient for all these things. That is why we have to adopt for artificial intelligence. Okay, so are you getting with the applications of artificial intelligence or not? Okay, so these are the problems due to which we are choosing the concept of artificial intelligence. Okay, right. So that is for the today's lecture. Thank you, students. And if you are having any difficulty, then you can ping me, okay, on my YouTube channel. Thank you, students.